This TikToker and her mum have just been found guilty of murder. Influencer Mahek Bukhari's content looks like any other TikTokers, dancing to trends and doing makeup tutorials. But when an argument turned into a literal car crash, her and her mum were found guilty of plotting to murder two men. Okay, so let's start with what happened. On February 11th last year, two men, Saqib Hussain and Mohammed Hashim, were killed in a road traffic accident. In a 999 call to police, Hussain said, "They're trying to kill me, they're trying to kill me, I'm just getting rammed off the road." Shortly after, the call ends with a scream and the sound of impact. They're thought to have been run off the road following a chase by two cars seen in the area. CCTV and phone data show both Bukhari and the victims were at a nearby Tesco car park prior to the chase. Two cars chased the victim's car, Mahek, her mum and a friend in one, along with four men in the other vehicle. They were all suspects in the murder trial. But what was their motive? Well, seemingly it all started with an alleged affair. Evidence in court included messages that showed victim 21-year-old Saqib had been romantically involved with Ansreen Bukhari, Mahek's mum, who was married. Prosecutors said Saqib and Ansreen had some bad blood after they'd broken up in January and Ansreen had stopped answering his calls. They said this didn't sit well with Saqib and led him to using blackmail to try and seek a reply. The court heard he threatened to send explicit images of Ansreen to her husband and son and exposed their affair. He tried to get Mahek to get her mum to answer, to which she replied, "She ain't a dog, don't raise your voice and tell me what to do." Later, she allegedly told him, "I'm sorry that this year you'll be gone, Saqib." This, along with WhatsApp messages from January last year, were shown in court, including Mahek Bukhari's text to her mum saying, "I'll get him jumped by guys and he won't know what day it is." Mahek claimed she didn't know Saqib was in the car and even claimed the deliberate crash was a made-up story when she took the stand, but the jury saw right through it. Along with Mahek and her mum, two men who ran Saqib off the road, Rais Jamal and Rikan Kawan, have also been found guilty of murder. The three others involved were convicted of manslaughter.